Praise the Lord, children of the Most High God. I want to talk about faith. Hebrews chapter 11 gives us so many different forms of faith and what it does. Verse 1 tells us, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. God's children live by this faith. We live under the umbrella of faith. This is what our God does, and we do what he do. That's why we are the children of God. How he lived is the way we live. His faith in operation caused everything that's created to be. He called it into existence. He had faith in himself, which was an idea, which was possibility, even a dream. And his faith calls life, the world, the seas, the oceans, the sun and the moon, the stars, all because of his faith. And when he breathed into our nostrils and we became a living soul, faith is how we, as his children, should operate. That is our true function. We should have faith running through our veins. Faith is the source of how we think. Faith is the source of our health and our well-being. Even our wealth is because of faith. Hebrews 11 and verse 6 tells us it's impossible to please God without faith. So what is that saying? That's telling us, in order for us to be under the umbrella of God, we must have faith. One would say, is there another way to live? Because I'm living and I don't have faith. Greed. Greed is the opposite of faith. What is greed? Greed is the uncontrollable urge for power, for increase, for money, for wealth, leadership. Is an uncontrollable urge to live at your best life. That's greed. That's the opposite of faith. And we can clearly see today that our world system is running by greed. Greed brings death and harm to society. Greed even starts wars. Greed destroys whole communities for one person wanting power, money, and willing to sacrifice lives of another human being through giving it drugs and causing many addictions where they can have power, wealth for theirs in themselves. Faith is the opposite. Faith is a power that brings forth love and joy, wholeness to man. Faith heals. Faith is the very existence of the power of God. So you must ask yourself, which power am I living under? And I want to just encourage the children of God to grow in your faith. We don't stand still in faith. Faith constantly moves us forward. That's how we get our increase. That's how we gain our wealth. That's how we gain our dreams, our goals, through faith. And faith is a source given by God. Ask God to increase your faith, and allow him to increase your faith. Allow him to increase your faith. Verse 2 of that same chapter speaks of the elders. And the spirit of an elder is the spirit of wisdom, one who grew in time in their lives and did their work and didn't take years for granted, but gained every year. And verse 2 tells us the elders spoke a good report concerning faith. That means their testimonies was awesome. They had great testimonies concerning faith as they grew in their faith and they saw the hand of God, and their reports, which is their testimonies, was great. One day we're going to be elders. Allow your faith to grant you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on life. Through faith, we understand life. We see clearer because of faith. There's nothing that we won't know concerning ourselves when we live in faith. So make sure you're not living in greed, trying to gain the wrong way in life, but gain through faith. Be encouraged, children of God. Stay safe and keep the faith. Until next time, I love you with the love of the Lord.